Well, I thought it was time for another video update. Putting my studying in. Basically, the studs weren't quite long enough to go all the way down because it's kind of tall. Actually, it's about probably 200 millimeters or something. Anyway, but what I'm doing is I coated my stud with primer paint. Then I poured resin into the hole and I slowly screwed it in and made sure I got all the air out to cast a thread inside there. And then once it's done, I can unscrew that, and then I'll be able to thread in my other, put my other studding in, which I've got, which is actually only partially threaded. But I wanted this threading all the way down because then I can just ream it out to the part where I've got these other studs. Right. And the thread only goes to about 1 inch. So it's about 1 inch of thread up to where my nail is. And the rest of it's just metal. And I ground the shaft, flatted it a bit so that it wouldn't twist out. And then I'm going to basically set this into here. Well, the reason I wanted the threading all the way to the bottom was because sometimes I might actually get some more brass threading at some point, and I would like to be able to screw that in instead. But if I do that, then it means drilling out, well, a little bit of it. Well, at least the part that's going to get sealed in when I do this, put these in. So anyway, I've already set this one in place. That one's actually already set in the bottom, right? You can't really see, but there's a gap. Can't really tell. But anyway, that's set in at the moment, and I'll be able to unscrew this. I put the screw on so it wouldn't fall too far down. I don't want the thread to go below the surface, obviously, because this is my clamping area. So that's going to be pretty much done soon. Anyway, I've got to keep wiggling this. The reason for that is as the resin sets, it gets really rock hard. See, it's already getting hard. And if I don't wiggle this and turn it, I'll never get it out. So I'm actually turning it now to make sure I can get it out. Otherwise, if that sets, I actually had an accident earlier today. I left it too long, and as a result, the thread was completely rock solid in the hole. And on this side, I had to put the vise on the top and twist it. Anyway, I went and sheared it off, completely sheared it off. But luckily, because this is PLA, I got my soldering iron out and I heated up both ends of the shaft at each end to soften the PLA, and that's the only way I was able to get the damn thing out again. But having done that, but the thread was still usable. I was still able to actually, this is the one that happened. It happened to actually on this side. I was able to still thread it pretty much all the way down. Only part of it had been damaged where I pulled it out the bottom actually, and so anyway, that works. So we'll just have to. Anyway, I'm just waiting for it to set now. This one won't be a problem though, because actually I can take this one out because this is just a screw on top. So if I undo this, because it's set enough now that I can undo it. I know some people complain about my lighting. Well, that's the problem is my lighting is on the other side. So this is kind of backlighting. Right, let's take this off. Let's see if I can get it off. Well, the bottom shouldn't be stuck really, because oh, it's actually probably a little bit on there. I'll find my. It should come off pretty easy. There we go. Right, it's coming up. Right, so that's the top one. That's that's worked all right, and that's using my partial studding. So that one's working. See if I can get it off a bit more. There we go. Right, all the way off now. So that's this end. So that one's done. It's going to harden. And I've actually used screws at the base. The screws are actually going into the resin threading that I made earlier into the base of the clamp. So those are secured. And I tightened up pretty tight actually. So there's not much chance of them coming undone. Pretty rock solid. If there is any flex left and right, I can always put some corner brackets in there, but I shouldn't think there'll be a problem. If need be. But yeah, I'll just put this back on for now. So yeah, that's worked. And it's flushish. It's kind of flush. It's just like there's well, maybe a millimetre, half a millimetre. That's nothing. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.